Teen and a mother suing the ex-boyfriend and his parents and the restaurant after a stabbing attack in Ponte Vedra Beach. A teenager, Madison Schemitz, and her mother, Jaclyn Roge, have filed a lawsuit following a violent attack by Schemitz's ex-boyfriend, Spencer Pearson, outside Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra in 2023. The lawsuit targets Pearson, his parents, and the restaurant, alleging damages and negligent security. The incident, which involved multiple stabbings, left Madison Schemitz partially paralyzed. Despite the severity of her injuries, she made a remarkable recovery and was actually able to walk across the stage at her graduation less than a year later. I didn't even know that.
That's great.
That's amazing. That's unbelievable. Spencer Pearson was sentenced to life in prison for the attack. The lawsuit claims that Pearson's parents were aware of his mental health issues, having taken him for treatment just days before the incident. It's alleged that they provided him with a large knife.
Really? What? Oh,
well, that's an allegation.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's an allegation.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Right. Which he used in the attack. And I mean, that could have been, if they did provide him with a knife, boy, it'd be hard to think they did that around that time. And, I'm not going to the defense of this guy. I'm just trying to break
I hear
this
you
down
loud
in
and
my
clear.
head as I'm thinking about it. Like, this seems to me like this could have been a gift years ago. I don't really know.
Well, guys, this is a question for you. Like, how this is coming up often even in national news, as our parents are being held accountable for some of these kids' actions. I'm curious on what your opinion is on that. Like, do you think that parents should also be held accountable, or is this the kid is in his own actions in this?
If there's neglect, I mean, I can.
How do you prove that?
Yeah,
though?
that's the whole thing. Is the proof. I mean, the part that kind of caught my eye is they're also going after the restaurant for lack of security.
Which
I'm not sure how that can even. I'm not sure what that would even look like.
Right.
Yeah. And restaurants already struggle, so they're going to have to hire one person, or an entire security.
Right.
That's my question too. Is that going to change the standard for all restaurants? Or?
Well, no. And what it is when you go into these lawsuits, the attorney puts everybody's name on it. When I was Parks and Recreation director, my name was on every single county lawsuit, even as Parks and Recreation director. I was always dropped, and it was always there. But anything that happened at the parks, my name was its like own independent thing. So when I had to go to the depositions and all that stuff.
Well, similar to Detroit Trail. I mean, they're the same thing.
Yeah,
I remember.
I'm not responsible for maintaining it.
I even got beat up over it.
You can come after me.
Detroit's still named on all the county lawsuits for some reason.
Yeah, but I mean that's kind of the norm of when they go to sue people. The attorneys are like, okay, we're going after this one, and in hopes that the insurance company will pitch in at this point too.
Yeah.
And this girl's went through a lot.
Yeah,
man, went through a lot.
Yeah.
And
I want her to get the most that she can to get through this situation. But I'm a little concerned about the restaurant part. I'm like, is that going to? You said no, it's not going to change the standard of all restaurants.
No, I mean, like I said, it's not the first time. It won't be the last.
Yeah.
That's going to be put on there. But I mean, as far as the parents go, unless there was like an absolute, we know he's an endangerment and we know he's going to do something crazy and they didn't Baker Act him or something like that. But that, like you said, proving that.
Yeah.
Is
well, they took him to therapy, so there's a little bit of proof there.
There is a little bit
that
of proof
I feel okay with. I'm just
was
concerned with the restaurant angle of the story. I just don't understand that. Maybe
I'm with you. I hear you totally.
And with all respect to Madison Schemitz, oh my God, I'm just having a conversation here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. I think it's going to be that angle on it's going to be tougher than the rest of the angles on it because I just don't know what you do as a restaurant. It does kind of say that there have been previous criminal or violent incidents that occurred at or near the restaurant, and the family's using that as evidence for better security measures.
Gotcha. Okay.
But again, I don't think I don't think you can put a security guard at every restaurant.
I mean, but they use the restaurant's security cameras as evidence. Part of the, I mean, that's part of the, like, isn't that security?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's
I
a little.
think that's the most you can do in mass.
Yeah.
Is just make sure you have security cameras, and that's not going to prevent anybody from doing anything necessarily. It's going to help you find out who it was, going to give you some evidence, but it's not going to be a preventative measure. They say in addition to the claims against Pearson's parents and the restaurant, the lawsuit accuses Pearson of causing emotional distress to Schemitz and Roge. Yeah. It alleges that he engaged in a pattern of stalking, harassing, threatening, and instilling fear in them prior to the attack. The legal action seeks to hold all parties accountable for their roles in the events leading up to the attack. Yeah, man. I mean, I hope the family gets full and total justice for the people involved.
Yeah, because we're reading it from an article, and
we have no idea. I don't know.
There's going to be a lot of details that aren't in our
in the information that we have. Yeah,
sure,
exactly.
yeah,
man. Yeah, and that's all going to be coming out.
I mean,
as this progresses.
The one thing that I remember out of this story is the gentleman who stepped up, and saved both their lives, and took injuries himself. It wasn't like he didn't take some injuries.
Yeah.
He took some injuries.
What
himself.
a hero! Literally without a split second, he
Yeah.
sprinted over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that guy was awesome.
So.
Yeah, Madison's probably still alive in big part thanks to that guy.
Oh,
yeah, man.
So there are good people out there. So just going into Christmas,
Yeah.
I'm thankful this guy was there.
Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm not thankful for the price of gas.